From the heartbeat of the Republic, this is the PAWA podcast. Be powerful. Bringing you independent voices, expert opinion, driving change.
So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 7 of Mjue Kiongozi Wako series. Today we are honored to have the company of Antony Kimani.
Yes.
So before we get right in, this is a Mjue Kiongozi Wako series is a civic education platform where we engage aspirants on matters elections, good governance. And through this series, we hope to give, especially the citizens who will be voting on 9th of August, an opportunity to hear from some of the young, promising aspirants on their issues, so that by the time we get to the voting booth, we vote from an informed position. And also because we know that Kenya's elections, it's very difficult to have a platform where people talk about issues. Yeah. So this series offers us an opportunity to hear from the young promising aspirants, especially from the MCA position, because we believe that the MCA is the closest representative to the people, and a lot of young people have shown interest. So we want to hear from them, as well as take the citizens through some of the things that is needed with regards to the constitutions and the Elections Act as we prepare to usher in a new crop of leaders come 9th of August. So Antony Kimani is a man that wears many hats, but I will let him introduce himself. So who is Antony Kimani?
Well, first, thank you, Mike, for inviting me. I feel much honored and I'm humbled for your invitation.
Karibu sana, Kim.
Antony Kimani is just a simple, humble man from Kiamaiko. I'm a community leader, a mobilizer, and a man of the people. And I'm here also not as young as Mike is saying, but also young in heart and ready to represent people of Kiamaiko. And also, Antony Kimani is a community leader who have been there for the people for quite a long time and who is also ready to serve them in a different platform. Yes.
Interesting. I've also known you as a community leader, to be honest.
Thank you.
So why do you want to switch roles now? Unataka sasa kwetu kukupigia kelele. Why do you want... You're moving from the watchdog role to now the leaders who will be spotlighted. Why the change?
One, the people of Kiamaiko, most of the time, they refer me as their leader, as their mheshimiwa, because each and every time they come to me for solutions. And sometimes it's difficult because you don't have those
the powers that
comes
with
to solve their issues. And this time round, they have said that, Kim, we want you in a different level. We want to elect you as our MCA. And I'm ready for that. I'm ready to serve them. I'm ready to handle the noise, which you are saying, the noise. It's not actually the noise, because the noise comes with if you are not performing. I'm ready to solve their issues, which are currently they are very negative, owing to the people who are in the position and they are not articulating their issues well. Yes.
So, okay, a man of the people, you say. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so Kim, I know you're aware of the dictates of the Constitution, especially Chapter 6 on leadership and integrity. There's a certain level, there's certain standards that the people expect, or rather that the Constitution bestows upon anyone who's seeking public office.
Yes.
So you've seen of late ECC releasing a list of people with corruption cases or with different issues relating to the integrity. The last 2 weeks we've been treated to drama about some qualifications that
Fake degrees.
questionable,
Yeah.
depending on which side of the divide you sit.
Yes.
So, in light of that, and we all agree that Chapter 6 on leadership and integrity is very, very integral to good governance in this country. What do you think? How do we bring Chapter 6 to life as a country? What is the role of the leaders in ensuring that people, we uphold Chapter 6 on leadership and integrity? And also, what is the role of citizens in ensuring the same?
Personally, I think first is to respect the Constitution. If we respect the Constitution and we follow it as it is, then we will respect Chapter 6 of the Constitution. Because if a public servant is told to uphold the office in terms of being not corrupt, serving the people fairly, not being entertaining, employing people from your tribe only or from your family, and also things of fraud, because when you talk about the comedies we are seeing about the certificates and degrees which have been given to the IBC, then it becomes a shame to leaders who we respect and leaders who we expect them to hold the offices. So we should be serious with Chapter 6 of the Constitution, and every leader who is aspiring or who is a candidate in the coming election should respect the Constitution to the latter. Yes.
So how did you get to this level where we are even questioning basic things like qualifications?
One, the seat of MCA, the seat of MP, the seat of senator, women representative, they do not require the certificates. I went with my certificates and I was told to keep them for myself. They don't. If you have passed nursery school, you are eligible to contest. But that one does not say that you should be corrupt so that you pursue your dream. What there is anti-corruption should be serious with their work. Serious because when you hand over your forms to them, they should investigate immediately before even you are cleared by IBC. Because IBC is there only to receive your certificates, receive your application. But more interesting, the said commissions which are there to investigate leaders is also, it's a bulldog which has no teeth. And I can say we are seeing a commission which also is it's favoring one side, because it's only, if I don't want to mention names, one has a degree, has a master's degree, but does not have a degree. So what does that one entail? He did not go to university. The other one has a university from a certain university across the border, but he does not have the admission number, whatever, which he can give out to the public and the public to see. So it means that these people are not qualified to hold those offices. And I don't want to mention names. It will be very, very, very shameful if Nairobi, where I am, where I'm contestant and where I want to be a member of the county assembly, has a governor who is not qualified. And then we go to impeach him because of lack of understanding and lack of interpretation of the constitution and even the bylaws of the county government. It will be very shameful.
Okay, moving on. Seeing as you are very, very passionate about people respecting and upholding the constitution, let me ask you, you yourself, are you, I know you said the position you're seeking, there's no need for, according to the constitution, there's not that requirement that you must have a degree.
Yes.
But there are other requirements on Chapter 6 that is required of any leader. Are you yourself willing to be vetted? Are you yourself willing to hold yourself to be accountable to what is required?
I am
under
very
that
ready.
Chapter
I'm
6?
very ready to be vetted, and I am very ready also to be invited to any forum and answer questions which people may deem they need answers from me. I've been a leader in Kiamaiko for quite some long. I'm also holding position of chairmanship for various organizations in Mathare and Kiamaiko. And also as a human rights defender, I uphold the rule of law. We have to follow the law as it is, not others following the law and others not. So me personally, I'm ready, and any question the people of Kiamaiko would want me to answer, I'm ready for that.
So
I'm a married man with children, and I'm not seeking this position to go and add another wife and also
we have that on record, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. And also, the people of Kiamaiko are looking for people who can address their issues. And they know one person they trust is Antony Kimani.
Okay.
Because one, I have protected even the remaining utility lands in Kiamaiko, which people wanted to grab. And also we are still pursuing another land which was meant for a market and currently is occupied by one person. So those are some of the issues I want to pursue if I get this position.
And we'll get right to that.
Yes.
In a short while. So let me ask you, whichever career you pursue,
Yes.
there are always those who walked that path before you. So who would you say, now before you go to the role model, what is your leadership philosophy, your leadership style? What should the people of Kiamaiko expect?
An open, transparent leadership, which is accountable to all people.
Transparency is the biggest challenge that leaders face in this country.
Issues of bursary, which people complain about. Their bursaries are being sold to them, and these bursaries are meant for the poor people. That will be a thing of the past.
So open, transparent leadership.
And accountable leadership.
Okay, open governance, it seems.
Yes.
So now back to the earlier question. So who do you look up to in terms of a role model, maybe in Kenya and globally?
Currently, let me say my role models most of them are deceased.
Okay.
I was looking upon Mandela, Madiba, and Kenneth Matiba, because these are people who respected people. These are people who fought for people. These are people who did not want corruption. These are people who are open to their leadership.
And they sacrificed a lot.
And they sacrificed their lives for millions of others. And if you follow their history, you will agree with me that these are people who we should and we should follow their history, and our children also should know them and follow what they believe in. Their philosophy was they gave themselves to the people. Yeah.
So that is what we Kiamaiko people should expect from you.
Yes.
Matiba kind of leadership.
Yes.
Madiba. You see, the names are even rhyming, yeah?
Matiba, Madiba.
You seem to have been an artist at some point.
Yes. I'm a thespian. I was the leader of the Kenya National Theatre dance troupe, and also the chairman of Zakale African Arts sometimes back. And I have that fire in me, the fire of the thespian fire. And also I was among the people who founded Jabali Africa with Kina Skoe and Kina. They are Skoe brothers. And I really admire them. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So shifting gears a little bit, a lot of people in Kenya, and especially in areas, the informal settlements, who due to structural issues or challenges, may not have really have time to engage in a lot of activities other than the basics of putting food on the table. May not have a very good grasp of the differences between the 6 level of leadership that we have.
Yes.
And there's a tendency to confuse and to expect and require of MCAs to perform functions, some that I will even say at the president's level.
Yes.
So, Kim, as according to the Constitution, or according to how you know it, what are the roles for the MCAs?
The role of an MCA is representative legislation and also being a watchdog for the, and being a representative of the people does not mean that you play the role of the president, because mostly, according to the Constitution, the MCAs are elected to go and represent the people in the county assembly, and also articulate issues of the county, and then those issues are brought down, because we end in a devolved setup of a government. So they are brought down now to the people, and the role of the MC is to see that those things do benefit the people he or she represents. So mostly it's about legislation, oversight, and being a representative of the people.
Do you feel yourself that you're sufficiently qualified or sufficiently experienced and ready to take on these roles?
I have been acting as I started, acting as the MCA or the MP, because people come to me.
You're the shadow MCA.
So, according to me, I am overqualified. I want to. I'm ready for that.
You're ready for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Seems very, very interesting to hear what our guest has to say with regards to the roles. He's already been acting. You say you've already been acting as the MCA.
If
why was that? Why would you act when there is already somebody in that seat?
If I have children going to school, courtesy of Antony Kimani, which is the role of the government, the role of the leaders who are in office. If parents come to me seeking for bursaries, they come to me saying that their children have been sent off because of uniform, because of textbooks. Then what am I doing? Who am I acting on behalf of? I'm acting on behalf of the elected leaders. And now I want to serve them as an elected leader. And I am ready to take that role in the county assembly. I'm also qualified to contest in the as an MP, but I want to start from the
ground.
The ground.
Going up.
Yeah.
Okay. Going back to something that you mentioned, the roles of the MCA.
Yeah.
There are those, you captured it so well in the Constitution.
Yeah.
But the reality on the ground, when you go to the people, like I say, due
different.
to different structural issues and other challenges, they expect the world from you. So how is the situation on the ground in terms of what the people expect of you?
The people of Kenya should be ready also to adjust their way of life. They should stop expecting handouts from elected leaders. And this one also makes elected leaders to run away from them, because when they come down in the ground, they expect the people, they expect money, handouts from them. But since I'm connected to the people, they know that Kim has no money to bribe them. Kim has qualities, has leadership skills to open doors for them. Mine is to empower them, empower youth, empower women, open up doors for them, so that when I go back there, just call me Mheshimiwa tufanye hii na hii na hii, but not Mheshimiwa tupatie ndio tufanye hii. No. It is to engage them and to empower them, so that each and every person should be satisfied where he is. He is not expecting for handouts from any person coming from MCA or MP, because that opens an avenue of corruption. It opens an avenue of people becoming lazy. They are just seated there waiting for Mheshimiwa to come so that they can get money and such things.
So what has been your experience?
My experience is that
do the people expect handouts from you? Are there those who expect handouts from you? Is that the dominant thing, or is it a mixture of people who understand you, but also those
people who understand me? They know that Kim is capable of uplifting their lives if he get that chance to lead them. But what is going on currently, if you follow the trend, even now, as I was coming here, the current MP for Mathare is holding meetings in Valley Road. What does that tell? It tells that he's not even ready to go down to Mathare and hold his meeting there because of the insecurity which is there.
Expectations.
And he knows that it is very risky for him. Look at the trend when these big parties are having their campaigns. What is happening to the youths? The other day, we had around three young people who died, and others were beaten by mob through that, following certain political campaign rallies. You saw what happened in Jacaranda, which is not good to us. So what I'm saying is that leaders should sit down and make sure that we come up with structures which will create employment to our young ones, so that they can avoid these issues which are going on. Yeah.
Okay. At this point, I want to say that some of the statements made by the aspirants on.
Those are meant for me, not for
we hold.
Yeah.
We don't take sides. We just offer a platform for people to share.
Yes.
So on that note, I want to we come to the end of the first session of Mjue Kiongozi Wako, episode 7, with Antony Kimani.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and wait for the second session.
Thank you.
It's very, very interesting conversation.
Yeah, thank you.
See you in a short while.
From the heartbeat of the Republic, this is the PAWA podcast. Be powerful.